Hey, Lemmy.
Actually, I think Lemmy just eats them.
Oh, you're immune to poison? I'll take
That's
these
right.
ones. That's cool.
No, these ones are no good. These ones are no good. These ones are no good.
Yes, the red ones you cannot eat, but I think you can stomach them.
Yep, they're fine. They give me the shits and runs, but other than that, I'm good. Yeah, what was that, Ozzy?
How
Dude,
do you
you're
shit
anything
when you
when
only
you were
eat one
sleeping?
berry?
It's not. Well, actually, funny you should say that. It's not when I was sleeping. It's right when I woke up. There was nobody around. I was just alone. I kind of panicked for a bit and then started freaking out and started summoning. But then you guys all appeared. It was weird.
Alright, that's nothing like what I just experienced. Okay.
Well, did you also lose your pants?
Lose my pants? No, I don't lose my pants.
Was Iker touching you again? He takes a stick. Where did the bad man touch you?
Azildin takes the berries, crushes them in his hands, and then just wipes them down your face and walks away. The conversation is over.
More berry picking for us.
Oh, bro.
Yay.
And then he looks back to see if he's got to write something down.
No. Almost, but no.
You gonna cry, buddy?
We should cry.
You gonna cry?
No.
You shed a couple? Huh? Okay. All right. Because Lemmy's gonna. Fuck it. Just let's power through this shit.
So,
Okay, it's now early.
Berries
It's
are
like
bad
late afternoon, early evening.
berries are like having too much cheese before bed. They give you a bad dream.
Maybe you should.
The stone giant begins setting up piles of stones that he's carrying around. He's throwing rocks. He makes a pile of 3 and a pile of 3 to sort of around the camp. He seems okay with that, and then manages to just kind of hunker down. Lokrik has done his conversation with Galeth. Galeth, you realize that Lokrik is still concerned about. He actually tells you about the thing in Acropolis had told him to gather weapons. And at first he thought it was a good idea, but then he thought about it a little bit, like over time, and he said weapons that have taken lives. He now wants to find out what the hell that thing is in Acropolis before he continues along that collecting.
I think that's a good idea, Lokrik. Just another one of the many things we have to think about now.
There's still lots about that place that we don't know.
It's true. I think at some point it would be good to make certain that we've, well, explored all of it.
Lokrik stuffs a pipe and just has a quiet moment, hanging out with the lads as Azildin plays his cruel joke on Lemio and
See
Oberon.
those adjectives that are being chosen? It wasn't a funny joke. It was a cruel joke. Oh, you're cruel.
Marty.
Just
Lemmy wants to use
just rude.
Lemmy wants to use another commune with nature before he sleeps.
Okay. Fortunately, there's nothing in the spell that suggests that you learn different things than before, so I guess I'll have to just roll to see if there's something new that you pick up.
Nah, that's fine. I moved over, so I'm picking up other things as well. A couple of miles.
So you learn several of the same things that you'd learned before, but you learn something new.
Okay.
The thing that stomps through this area has created like animals treat the stomped area now like they do hunting trails, as if it's there's a hunting trail that goes north south, and there's a hunting trail that goes to the south east and northwest, away from the sleeping node. Like it frequently goes north and it frequently goes southeast. More often it goes southeast. And animals have begun to use this kind of trampled ground as like path of least resistance, and
So it's usually southeast from the knot.
Mm-hmm.
but it comes to the knot, or the area of.
It comes to the sleeping knot. Yep.
Oh. Fellas, I think we were going the wrong direction, perhaps. Most commonly, this creature, this stomping thing, tree thing, goes to the southeast.
No. From the knot, there's a trail that goes north, and then comes back south. You were already on that trail, and then
North and south,
from the knot, it goes southeast, northwest.
Well, that's weird.
If this is the knot,
Yeah, hold on.
let me.
I'm not on map goes. Okay, now what's up?
There's a trail that goes north, south from the knot, and there's a trail that goes like this from the knot.
Like at an angle.
And you guys picked up the trail that went this way.
It's 4 o'clock.
Yeah, that's what you learned. Never mind these other little things. But it says that those are the most common ways it travels, and it travels this route more often than it travels the northern route.
Well, it looks like it's going to the Orc Town. Oh, is it possible that the Orcs are using this to get somewhere? Yeah. Huh. Well, it looks like there's a town that's south, and they get to the stone. Maybe they're getting they're paying tribute or something.
Okay. That evening,
It wouldn't be a bad idea to catch it on its way back south.
That evening, I need to. These dice have reminded me. I've got 2 attack rolls versus Lemmy at +5, and I think I have an attack roll versus Uker at +4 because I think he was cheating with his AC against the dragons last fight. He was adding 4. He was adding 2 for his rage instead of subtracting 2 for his rage. So I'm going to add 4 to 1 attack in the future. I've got my 2 dice in front of me to remind me.
Kill Lemmy dice and kill Uker dice.
Yeah.
Why is mine so big?
Because we have different events.
Yep. There were different levels of whoops. My AC shouldn't be that high. Okay, I need a watch order. This is your kind of recovery night as you're all trying to sync, or trying to recover your spells.
Damage before.
Uker will go first with Oberon again.
Okay. Uker and Oberon, give me a will save as you guys are falling to sleep.
We're watching first.
Oh, watching first. Oh, everyone else give me will saves as you're going to sleep.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Who's on first watch? Is it?
1 second.
Oberon and Uker and
Okay.
and Giant.
Gotcha.
The horse doesn't matter.
Horses only sleep a couple hours a day anyway, so.
He just called your horse dumb, in case you're wondering. Stupid horse. Oh.
No, if he does have a dream, he's not able to communicate it. It's
20, does 20 crack it, Marty?
I can talk! That's
Hey,
the short
Thomas,
dreams he has.
What's up, man?
no. Lemio failed. Okay.
Yay! Wait, hold on. Screw that shit. 1d6.
The DC's 22.
Yes, 5.
Okay. Zildan's immune. Stone Giant.
Stone Giant, isn't he up with us?
Oh yeah, he is.
I mean, don't worry, there'll be fails. Come up here.
Is this a fear or charm effect?
No, it is a non-charm, non-enchantment, but there is a sleep descriptor in there.
Weird. Okay.
Lowcrick makes it.
They will save.
Does this affect fairies?
Interesting.
I think they're sleep, aren't they?
I think they are too.
Yeah, I'll check. Pixies.
It might be under the Fey subtype. Or Fey type. 20?
Okay, DC's 22.
Fey.
I failed.
1d6 it.
All right. Galeth. You. What was your what's a typical Galeth dream? Like what's Galeth dreaming about tonight?
Murdering puppies.
Right. Gallus dreams
Always the
about.
ones.
Accidentally killing his cousin while dancing.
Right. Gallus dreams about being in huge battles where the battle lines stretch on as far as he can imagine, with armored horsemen on either side of him charging against a vast legion of enemies of some sort. And just the
Okay.
chaos and clangor of steel and horses and men fighting.
You found yourself, like, in pitched battles that last days, you're not always fighting every single moment. You find yourself on the wings of the battle after sort of like a bloody jaunt, and Tensender is there, even though it doesn't make sense because Tensender's not from Nalbrin and wouldn't have been here, but there's you're in some important battle, and you think it's for the kingdom. Or at least that's what the soldiers on each side believe, that this is one of the decisive battles for the isle that you're from. When you're on the edge of the battles, you can actually see. At first, there's a man on the ground, and he's leaned over, and he's covering up a wound, and you can see he's breathing a little bit. And there's just something about his dress that doesn't match what everyone else is. He might be a noble of some sort.
Okay.
He's got really like blue clothing with goldish trim. In fact, he looks like almost like he's royal or noble.
Okay.
Kill him now. At least we
No, gold and blue. Those must be noble or royal colors. What? But that's not the right royal colors. You're having this kind of like looping as you're thrashing to remember what the colors are, but the guy then kind of moves a little bit. Oh, Sebekudama, he shot me. He shot me good, right in the gut. Oh, where's a healer when you need him? Don't they know their emperor?
Can I do anything, or am I not in control of my dream?
Yeah, you can approach him.
Okay. I will approach the strange man.
Okay.
This is Sembian.
I'm going to.
This is the worst.
What kind of camo is he wearing?
Camouflage is the color of cowardice.
Blood colored camo.
Red. Interesting choice, sir. And brown pants. Cool.
He wore the brown pants. Exactly.
Okay, so I'm just going to pull you guys off to the side as you're stalking through the battlefield. He's a young man. He's well groomed. He has clothing on that is beyond that of like any Nalbrenian king. In fact, he's not wearing any armor. He's got golden buttons that have like little lion faces on them. It's like the most velvety, awesome clothing you've ever seen. At the same time, it looks a little bit pompous to be on a battlefield. He's got this really weird wound. Give me a heal check.
Is it a lance wound? Because otherwise I have no idea. Actually, that's not true. I actually do have a rank in heal now.
Yeah, it's a wisdom-based skill.
I have a rank now. 10.
It looks like
it's
some
a
sort
wound.
of projectile. It's round. It seems to have punctured his coat, and he's bleeding from it. It's in the gut. A gut wound is probably bad. Maybe a crossbow bolt that he pulled out the crossbow stupidly.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Idiot.
Who are you, knight? Merde. It had to be a Nalbrenian. Is this what your barbaric race dreams of? Perhaps the Emperor was right. You will make good soldiers.
I'm gonna dismount.
Okay.
I'm going to take you prisoner. I'll make sure that you're treated well, and that you receive medical attention.
This is not how it was, but yes, I did get medical attention. Eventually.
Hold still. I'm gonna lay on hands, which is what I would think would be. It's my natural response.
Yes, and you feel the power coursing through you from Nuada. You touch his wound, and it begins to go away. You notice that there's this little metal thing that kind of goes, boop, it pops out of his. Your eyes go wide as you recognize. I think you saw some of the
Yep.
the guns,
Yep.
Thundersticks.
the thunder sticks. Thank you. Those bastards don't know what is good for them. They do not know that there is no resisting the Empire.
What is your name?
I am simply known as the Chemist.
He makes shirts.
Conceal your identity if you wish. We'll sort you out back at camp.
No concealing, my friend. My Nalbrenian knight? We would have to go back 1,000 years to find knights. Oh, I suppose some of the officers still think that they are knights. And well, then there's the ones that cast spells. He stands. I'm the Chemist. And he says some long word that's like, it's just like this really fucking long string of like ofs and froms and
Well, it's quite the fancy title, Mr. Chemist.
Is it why it is shortened
Is it-
to the Chemist?
Lord Chemist, I suppose.
Now, my friend, I have a heavy burden and I need you to listen. Forget this battle. And it feels like you're now being pushed into the ground as like 3 tons of weight has been added to your shoulders, and the grass is actually beginning to sink around you like it is quicksand.
Only 3 tons.
Hooker's like, well, that'd be fine.
Ignore the battle for now, and you notice that some of the grass and vines begin growing up high, so you can't actually see the battle, and the din of the battle is going away. But it's so important. It's the battle for the kingdom.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not happy with that anymore.
Okay, give me a charisma check.
Okay, I'll spend a mythic point.
Oh, I don't want to be in Dream Zone.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in Dream Zone with Galeth either.
Okay.
Oh, no.
45, natural 20.
Okay, so no, you're like, no! And you manage to begin not sinking into the ground, and the grasses recede, and the
Did you blow
battle
a mythic on that?
Yeah, I did.
and the battle begins to rage all around you as you're talking to him. So much death. You know, we're fighting for humanity. There are so many things out there beyond the stars that are so terrible. There are so many worlds filled with things that would just eat humans. You know, the lizard men, others, the gods that are not gods, the false ones, you see. You and I must speak of this. Perhaps when we are in a better mood. You might have a mind that could resist.
I don't know what you're doing here, and I don't know who you are, but I want you gone.
I need your help. I need your help.
No.
Are you kicking him out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Find
so
your help somewhere else.
Let's make opposed charisma. Let's make opposed charisma checks. He's got a +10 on his roll.
GTFO.
He rolled a 26.
Okay, well. Mythic point, he goes away.
So you're using a display of charisma?
Yeah.
Oh, you're like, no! And you manage to force him out of your dreams.
Yeah, it's like suddenly Galeth is like Uker-sized and just fucking kicks him.
Okay. For some reason, you heard like the rattle of a building and like china like in the building, kind of like rattling in its. You're picturing just basically a china shop that's all crashing down. Like you're sending him away with sort of like a room full of expensive chinaware all kind of collapsing in an earthquake.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. So Galeth actually doesn't wake up. He kind of just drifts back into sleep.
Back to battle, where things are normal.
Back to slaying orcs.
Or whatever. I'm gonna mark down my awesome charisma check.
Yeah, no kidding. and I'm just gonna double check.
35. Yeah, yeah.
I believe it is still charisma checks, but I'm just gonna double check before we get there.
If it is what I think it is, then yes.
But do you think it is what it actually is?
It's possible.
That made no sense at all.
It actually made perfect amount of sense.
Oh
Oh,
no, it's a new nightmare.
Oh, display of charisma is so awesome.
It's
If
mythic,
that is
man.
the case.
The wizardy guy that I made for the mythic playtest took display of charisma instead of display of intelligence. Do what I say because you want to.
Okay, it's charisma checks. Okay, all right. So yeah, the next morning, who was on the last watch? I guess Galeth and Lokrik are awake for a while.
Lemmy, isn't it?
So,
Lemmy and
like,
somebody else?
nobody else had to.
Oh
like,
yeah, sorry. The second one is when these guys wake up, others go to this. They were awake. Now these guys are awake. So Oberon, Uker, and Stone Giant.
Right, and there's no problems waking anybody up that was supposed to wake up for the next watch.
Nope.
Okay, that's.
Yeah, everything else is fine.
Okay. Some of these people, my charisma's not great, my will save's not great.
I guess it's
28.
Time to get fucked in Dreamland.
You do notice that early in the next morning, Uker, when you were waking up, Oberon was kind of floating on his carpet and looking into the well.
Oberon would have been immune as well, though.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not related. So the fairies aren't immune to sleep, as far as I can tell.
Okay. The fairies are really quiet the next morning.
Okay. And the giant actually has a good will save. 24.
Excellent.
I think that makes it.
Yep.
So yeah, only the paladin failed.
Ah.
Maybe the fairies.
The next morning, you notice that the finger painting Faye isn't finger painting. She's actually pretty quiet.
Hello, my little friend. How are you this morning?
She's actually like curled up next to Tensender in one of the saddlebags, and you hear her crying.
Okay, I'm gonna go over and kind of sit down next to her.
Joyleaf is not so joyful this morning.
Do you want to talk about what happened?
I caught a glimpse of something.
What was it?
I saw so many people fighting. They looked like your people. But there was a man. He had one eye. And in the empty socket, it was Oblivion.
Oblivion.
A dark
I don't
sun, a
don't know
dark
what you
sun rose behind him. And he was butchering men. Your people.
It was only a dream.
No, I heard you. You were in it too.
I had a dream, but I did not see such a man.
No, I was up high. I wanted to get away from the fighting. And I saw you talking. Talking to some injured man.
Yes, I don't think he belonged there. I made him leave.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. You're like a shining light, even in your dreams.
She clutches onto you like she's frightened of what she saw.
Oh, pet her head. It's all right. There's the light of Nawada.
Okay. The camp seems to have a less than joyful feel
It's
to it
okay.
that morning.
Chaotic neutral creature. My lawful neutral god will protect you.
She'll slowly shift over time to lawful good.
Good. Excellent. Give her tiny armor.
Endure elements, pass without trace.
Yep. Lemio, just you guys get a sense that maybe it's just the nerves of where you're about to march into, or there's just sort of a grim sense to the camp this morning. The weather is windy, gray. Like the sunlight you had yesterday wasn't quite was enough for this region.
Is there a call lightning storm day?
We'll say there's a 50% chance whenever you cast the call lightning that it's kind of like right on the cusp.
Got it.
Sit there and call it 3 times. Like, just keep calling until you get a good one. And go in.
Well, yeah, you could do that. I'm waiting for the wisps of cloud. Yeah, sure.
Ukar's gonna hop into the ring.
Okay. Oberon just it snaps him out of his thoughts, and he kind of floats away a little bit. He seems distracted in thought.
Tomorrow, Ukar makes a note. This is just a note to Marty. I am digging a hole. I'm putting the ball in the hole. I'm putting the ring on the hole, but not ring the other way. Like. And then I'm going to sleep inside, so they can carry me down the mountain.
So what you do is you dig a hole and you put the thing underneath the hole, and then you put the ring down around the hole, and then you go to sleep in the ring, so that they have to get past you to get to the thing.
Everyone's eyes snap towards one of the trees as a loud crow is announcing its presence.
Is the crow visible?
Yeah, the crow's visible.
Is the crow evil?
The crow is not evil.
Okay.
Ukar is going to sling a sling bullet at the crow.
Bunch of feathers.
Ukar will go pick up the crow.
Okay, what's left of it? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We're going to start a fire.
I'm gonna make crow.
And I'm going to make myself a warm breakfast.
You are literally going to eat crow. Okay, all right.
Yeah, you're just eat crow.
It was common in the UK.
Okay. And then Ukar eating a crow. All right. So you have crow for breakfast. Several angry.
Don't worry, you keep your berry.
Throughout that morning, there are a few other crows that maybe they figured out that you might be like they're warning other crows as you're walking through the forest and that sort of thing. There's nothing unnatural about this; it's just unnerving. As you guys are beginning to walk towards the center of the.
How far away are we, Marty?
You're probably about 5 miles away at this point.
Okay, so I'll long strider that shit up.
Okay. The party begins to pick their way towards the node. Or the knot. So you leave this camp. I'll describe this. So as you're walking, you then come to a clearing where you do see the knot. And I actually have an area that I can move the party to.
Yeah.
The knot is built into the side of 2 large forest-covered mounds. And there's sort of like a valley in between it.
Okay. Let me detect some magic. Mexico.
You can see the knot dominating this very, very large clearing. The clearing itself has trample marks all around it, like all around the knot itself. The valley seems to, or the valley between the two hills seems to kind of go down into an impossibly small crack. In addition to the trample marks, there are dead animal corpses, some of them freshly fed upon, others very old and skeletal remains by the hundreds that are littering this half football field size clearing. In fact, there's a couple of sleeping wolves, and there's a sleeping hare that are in the clearing at this point in time. You walk right up to them, and they're like still sleeping.
Ukar's gonna sort of grab one of the wolves sort of by the back of the neck and just smack it awake.
You grab the wolf by the back of the neck. It's just a small wolf.
Yep.
You look at it. It opens its eyes and then starts to go nod back to sleep while it's in your arms.
Hey, you!
You're shaking it? Yeah, you gotta shake it and slap it. And it's like it's so sleepy.
Does it say anything?
The wolf?
I can speak with wolves.
It yawns like tired.
Don't go to sleep here. Put the wolf down.
Okay.
And I sort of bring it back into itself.
The wolf kind of limps away, and you notice that it sits down, and it's trying to pay attention to you. It's like, they're okay. Oh. It's starting to like crawl down into the grasses again. Izildin, you've got it like this bunny. You could see it's breathing, like, you know, bunny heartbeats are pretty quickly. It's actually pretty slow. You've never quite caught a sleeping bunny before. It's a big jackrabbit.
Okay, it's not sportsmanlike. He puts it back down.
You picked it up. Yeah,
Marty, he'll check on the
thing
rabbit.
almost kicked a little bit, but it was almost like a reflex, and then you just sort of put it back down, and it just sort of goes to sleep.
He'll check on the rabbit, Marty. How long has it been here? I'm gonna roll. I haven't rolled yet. Plus 19.
Are they malnourished?
Yeah. 29.
Are they in their own filth?
They're not terribly fat. It's been sleeping here for a while. Days, perhaps. It's hard to tell because this entire place is like a slaughtering grounds of animals.
Okay, let's take a look at some of the dead ones and see how they died.
Yeah, let's do that.
Starvation?
I'm assuming vampires have been having their ways. So look for teeth marks.
Yeah, you actually find all manner of predators come here.
All manner of predators?
Maybe even the wolves fed on something before falling asleep here.
Dumbass. Uker turns over and yells, "Dumbass!"
It licks its lips and kind of, it says it likes your smell, and then it goes back to bed. You get a sense that things are not just dying here, like they don't come here and fall asleep and then never go away, but you get a sense that lots of creatures are like losing their animal senses over the need to sleep. How long are you searching around for causes of death?
Let's say
Just a few minutes.
A couple minutes? Okay. Predators, you do find a deer that looks like the carcass has been completely drained of blood.
Aha.
All right. Tracking around this thing. Detect magic around this. Oh, fuck, hold on. Around this thing. The knot.
Okay.
And then
it is like a kaleidoscopic sort of like funnel that seems to be coming out of the crack between the two hills and just seeping into all the areas. You actually have to call off your detect magic.
Where is... Wait a sec. Would the vampires be inside the knot? Where would they hide from
I
sun?
want to. Lemmy wants to. Was it what kind of magic? Did I get a chance to see what kind it was? Like,
Yeah, give me a spellcraft.
Okay.
It was the tits I'm blind. That type of magic. Ah!
At least you can kind of get an idea of what it is.
In the
34?
vicinity of the spell of the sleeping knot, you're basically only getting this near overwhelming aura coming out of the crack between the two hills. 34, it's conjuration.
Conjuration.
It seems less of a spell and more of a leakage.
So there's something in there's a crack down here that's.
Yep, there are two hills that
Sucking.
look like, and Azildan, you can track this thing. You do see the two paths. You see the path that it commonly goes to. You see a lot of footprints just in front of the this weird face in the knot, in kind of like a carved tree that fell away, revealing a face inside. And then you see that there is almost a trail through the forest that goes to the southeast. A planar leakage, right?
Yeah. So
Planes,
Marty.
they need their medicine.
Marty, is this remind Lemmy of anything he's seen before? Like his parents' thing? Lemmy casts light on a stone.
Okay. The light works on a stone. Oh god, it's actually a bone. It's like a bird head. Oh, it wasn't a stone. It was just a grimy bone, which is actually a bird head.
It's fine. I don't really care. Lemmy's cool with that. All right. Let me just fuck. Oberon. I can't help but equate this.
He's floating over. He's looking around. He's got his hands pulled in like he.
I can't help but equate the whatever's happening through that crack to what we've seen at my parent. What was like behind my parents. I don't think it's the same thing, but it looks very similar.
Okay, you notice a fox bounds into the clearing, looks at you,
Yeah.
starts skidding around all of you. It stops again. It yawns. It's skidding around the edges and then goes and starts sniffing.
Speak with animals.
Sniffing at some of the carcasses.
Speak with animals.
Is it getting tired?
Yeah, he's sniffing and then he yawns again. You know that big wolfy sort of tongue out of the
Yeah.
mouth sort of yawn. Yep.
Wait. Don't I have speak
Chance
with
that Lemmy
animals? Yeah, I
wanders
do.
over to the fox.
What?
Hey, how are you doing? I'm gonna do animal. What's it called? Wild empathy.
Come for a bite.
Wild empathy.
It's
No.
sleepy. Sleep. Bite then sleep. Hungry, no sleep.
Hey, do you see? Are there any things that scare you here?
Huh? Scared? Yeah.
Yeah.
I watch out for things that scare me. Sometimes. Yeah. I smell wolf around here.
Alright, yeah, don't worry about him. He's cool.
Sleepy.
But don't sleep. It's bad here. Here's bad.
Bad.
What's in there?
He kind of skids away from you.
What's over there?
Sleep.
Get out of here.
you managed to scare him off.
Okay, Lemmy's going to summon.
Okay. Let me cast a summoning spell.
Yep. I'm gonna summon.
Loker kind of fished something out of the ground and has actually pulled out like a broken antlered buck's head. Like, some of these animals are big. He's just showing it to the party.
Why don't we try to talk to the tree?
Well, I've
It's
already
the
summoned.
sleeping knot.
So we knock, it wakes up. What do we say?
You've been very naughty.
That is a wonderful pun, Isildan. I'm going to write this down in one of my books.
Things that Oberon cries about, part 9.
Marty, I summon 3 eagles.
Okay.
And I tell
Are
them
they
to
celestial
fly.
eagles?
No, these are just regular eagles. Hopefully these dumb assholes don't fall asleep. And I'm gonna get them to fly. One of them is gonna fly 50 feet in. One of them is gonna fly 100 feet in. The other one's gonna fly 200 feet in, and tell them to come back.
Like into the crack?
Yeah.
Okay, so the crack between the two hills, they are tree covered and they're sort of foresty. They do get to a point where they can't move any further forward. It's maybe about another 40 feet beyond. They're trying to, but they can't physically.
All right, come back. All right, what do you say? I'm speak. I still have the and speak with animals. Is there anything over there beyond just looking like trees? Did you feel anything pulling you? Anything trying to hurt you?
Branches! Couldn't get through! Not enough room! We're too big!
All right, go attack you.
Go attack Uker.
as they're charging to Uker, I just fell.
A bunch of birds like, oh shit.
Sorry.
We've reached the stage where
We're just sending the CR half creatures at each other just to keep each other on their toes.
the dangerous pranks have begun. I see.
Yes.
Yeah, they were all attacking. Like they were landing on the big thing and flying by your head, and they disappeared.
Pick up a small bone and chuck it at the face.
Okay, enough to do damage, or
No, just try and bounce a thing off of its. Just a
Ooh, let me pop that.
friendly stick throw off the face.
No. Fuck that. Fireball.
And by stick, I mean bone, because that's what's around here.
okay, the bone just goes flying off the face. The face does not move while you were looking for it.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Did you wake up?
Alright, I'll do it. Damn it, hell. Fucking hell. Fuck. Alright, let me just walk in close to it.
No, you hear this sound coming from the crack. Loud, deep, rumbling in the earth.
Does that sound like something size walking on the ground?
A second one. Two in succession.
So 1, 1, 1, 2.
The face opens up and then begins to yawn. It blinks at you and as you command. The two hills begin to separate and crack open. The face is yawning again.
You don't see that every day.
Okay, sorry, I'm a little confused. What's happening? The two...
You
for
heard
the fisher?
distant rumbling noises in certain succession. They
Yeah.
seem to be coming from the crack.
Okay.
Somebody's opening the door from the inside.
The thing opened its face and yawned, and then said, "As you command." And the two hills are now, like, with some violent and slow, tremendous force, are separating.
And in case you were wondering, the code sounded like 1, 2, 3, 5. Unless I can't count, I might not be able to count, but I heard 1, 2, 3, 5.
Yeah, you can make an in check, Uger.
Yeah, Marty, I heard 1, 1, 2, 2, 4.
Oh, fuck.
23.
It was 1, 1, 2, 3, 5.
1, 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 5.
Alright, Uker's just gonna drink some of the really long potions.
Yeah, Lemmy's
This
turning.
thing is
into-
instantaneous. It takes how many rounds for this thing to open? It takes a minute for this thing to stop opening.
All right, let's start buffing up, fellas. All right, fellas, let's go and do this. Are you ready? Lemmy's doing that.
This thing's
Are you
just
ready?
making noises like it wants to go back to sleep, but it has to wake up in order to open the gate. It actually looks at Lemmy. There's intelligence behind its eyes.
Who's inside?
What language are you speaking?
Druid.
It spoke in Sylvan when it said, as you command.
Oh, Sylvan. Sylvan, then. Who's inside? What's inside?
Mana. Inside. Refuge. So tired.
How many are inside?
Many.
Is the refuge in pain? Are you in pain?
No. I want to get back to my sleep.
You're causing everything in the forest to sleep. You're causing it all to die.
Not true. Not true. Oh, do you know what's inside? I saw.
Go ahead, wake up. Finish your sentence. Hey.
I detect evil in the lazy door.
Okay, you're detecting evil in the lazy door. No, there's no evil coming from the. You ride forward.
Just from
60
Lemmy.
feet, that's all I need.
Yeah.
Just for Lemmy. There's a reason I don't target you guys.
What's inside?
I saw. About a moon ago. A unicorn.
Inside?
There hasn't been a unicorn in these parts since before the time of the orc.
We're here
We're
to
gonna-
set things straight. Will you help us?
The way is open now. It will only stay open for a while.
Luker puts down the stone ring.
Yep.
You should
Yes.
go in before it closes.
Alright, let's go, folks. Lemmy's going to do a little bird and he's going to stealth his ass through this area.
Okay. Are we sure? Are we sure we want to go through?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
let's
what
go.
we came here for.
Oh, so tired. Not enough time to sleep.
Are the giants and the fairies coming in too?
What do you want us to do?
They're asking.
I suggest fly back across the river.
We
And
don't want to abandon you.
all right, fuck it, come with us.
They're waiting for their masters to give them orders.
Stay outside, sleepy circle, and
Don't
wait
sleep
for
here.
us.
Don't sleep here. Do not sleep here.
If you sleep in shifts, but a little back.
Okay,
Go
the
farther away.
the stone
farther,
giant's
farther away.
gonna go off.
We'll keep an eye on this place.
Foster's like,
I'm going with you.
to his Ilden.
Yeah, right. Just
Keep an eye out for them. All right.
Oberon's dismissing his pixie, saying go with the giant. So he's not
So-
bringing
so
his in. Locrick's saying no, that's too risky. He's gonna dismiss his pixie. Lemio, what are you doing?
Same.
Okay.
Go together. Protect
Galith?
each other.
What about Joyleaf?
I'll stick her in a saddlebag.
Okay, so she's in his saddlebag.
Squeeze.
Cover. Full total cover. That's
tears
the
give
important
us
thing.
away.
Oh, his blinks are so slow that he actually missed the dwarf and the elf walking by. But now he's kind of looking at Isilden and Galith, the face.
Okay, Lemmy's through. Lemmy's flying through.
horse. I know what that is. It is a horse. I'm going to dream of horses. Oh,
You get the sense that he's like wiggling his head like he's getting ready to kind of get, back into his little sleep.
Alright, I guess we'll go through.
Yeah, we'll go through.
Okay, there seems to be a crack between the two hills, but there are vines and things growing out. There's definitely, like, a light that is not natural looking, kind of bluish light, with a bit of mist. Knowledge plains.
No.
I do not have that.
It's one for those two, right?
I don't know if it's for anyone approaching the
Oh,
29.
you are looking at a rift between planes.
mine's also 29.
Yeah.
So I'm also looking at it.
It's a planar boundary. You can't see beyond it.
This is going to another plane.
But you can't help yawn standing so close to this place.
In we go.
Fuck my life. Alright.
Sack up, chaps. Let's go.
Stick close to me if we're gonna have to teleport back. Or plane
You can't
back.
teleport between planes.
Plane shift back.
Sack up, chaps. That's funny. Okay, you go through a rift, and you're on this beautiful. There's a place of serene beauty. And I will force you guys to the map after I expose the map. Map
See, all those things, all those words together, just force, expose. I don't know, man.
What the? Colonel?
Knock it over.
Yeah.
But
See,
there-
what we do is we jump down, walk over here, and I blast my way through the bottom. We sort the rubble for treasure.
So the rift actually opens up between these two rocky things. So you're like, there's a rocky wall, and then there's this beautiful with no handholds bridge, and there's just an obelisk kind of at the far end of the bridge, and there's this grand wooden manor. It seems to be made out of completely wood. It's got beautiful and intricate windows and maybe a little bit of metal trim here and there, but it seems strangely a mixture of Voslandic style and styles perhaps from elsewhere. There's a little gatehouse and then a very large series of halls. This looks like a Nalbrenian church.
Okay.
Like a chapel that is kind of stuck in this collection of buildings. You get the sense that the buildings are all kind of clustered together and connected in the middle. This is sitting on an island of like beautiful, almost tropical trees. It's comfortably warm here. There seems to be water running from this huge island peninsula, and then these great mountains all around you that are kind of trapping in the moisture and this very muted but beautiful glow from a light in the sky, which is
How far is the light?
the light in the sky is basically the sun, but the sun is in a different spot in this place. Actually, no. It's in the same spot in the sky as when you guys arrived here, but it seems to be muted. The sound of birds, and then tromping out of kind of behind the building and in front of you is a very grand black unicorn with this great alicorn. The unicorn is wearing mithril mail and stomps its hooves several times in front of the
Azildin drops to his knees and thanks Maliki for
okay.
You might want to pick up
just
your bow.
being able to see a unicorn.
Marty,
Well,
have I ever
respectfully.
seen a unicorn?
Nope.
Holy shit, it's a unicorn!
And then I'm just going to grab a...
It's a good thing Tensenda here has been gilded.
It is a male unicorn.
That
that
stop
also has
some
a thing.
creatures.
All right. One of the fairies goes over and whispers to... Who brought their fairy in?
Azildin did.
Joyleaf actually whispers,
Oh my stars! It's Ciaran.
It's beautiful.
It is the last unicorn in Vosgard.
What's it doing here?
I don't
Is
know.
it trapped?
He said to defend the Elderwood and travel long and far. That mail was made by the dwarves for Ciaran.
Logric, have you met this creature before?
No, but I've heard of it. Ciaran visited the kingdom when I was a child. I'm said to have pet it when I was still in swaddling clothes. My father congratulated it on its slaying of many orcs.
Is a great warrior then.
It looks like it
Marty.
wants to charge you on the bridge.
Marty.
I'm gonna give a note to Adam. Adam. Yeah, that is your name. Ciaran.
That is my name.
Hey, what?
You rang.
You are here.
I'm doing a tracking check, Marty. What's on the ground? If there's anything. 39 for tracking.
Okay. Tracking on the ground.
Yes.
Um,
Or through, like prints, anything, claw marks, whatever.
While this is a wide bridge, 15, 20 feet across, it's clean. For whatever reason, you can't see the tracks that giant walking tree would have created. But you do see other tracks.
Like,
Lots of men-shaped tracks, and then there's this really curious set of tracks that you're having a hard time comprehending. 39 is what you rolled?
39, yeah.
12 people in manacles all chained together. Kind of shuffling along
Towards the manor?
towards the manor.
How long ago was this?
Week ago?
There were
Is there
12.
that varnish smell here?
There were 12 people. Yeah,
Yes.
it's a varnish smell, yeah.
There is a hint of varnish smell.
I think I understand what's happening. The tree transports slaves. Last time the slaves came through here, there's 12 of them in manacles, was about a week ago. Why is that unicorn there? Lemmy's preparing to cast. Ah, fuck, I don't have it.
Do not
What's that?
Do not step upon the bridge.
The old unicorn actually spoke to you.
This bridge is a dangerous place. You shall not step upon it.
He canters forward and situates himself on the far side of the obelisk, so he's got a clear charging path.
It's a bit pushy for a majestic creature.
Hold on a second, hold on a second. He has an interesting... why the fuck is he trying to attack us?
Uker is poking at Azuldan and going, if you're trying to present to him, you should be the other way around.
Azildan tries to push Uker off the bridge.
Guys, this is serious.
I guess if
He
you
said-
roll a 20, you could push Uker off the...
Like 5 feet, maybe.
What's his name again?
Gallus is gonna ride to the front of the group,
Okay.
banner flowing in the wind.
No, hold on. He said just don't step on the bridge, just hold on a second. May not have to. Fight him. We can just get around. We can just get around him by not
Don't worry.
stepping on. We can get around him by not stepping on the bridge.
Just a moment.
Okay.
Joyleaf, would you go and speak to Kiaran?
Yes. What do you want me to say to the majestic creature?
Tell him that we are not. Tell him that we're not enemies. We are here. We are here in the name of good and righteousness. We have a priest of Maliki with us.
Something is wrong. Hold on a second. Something's wrong.
Where are you from? You are odd.
So Joyleaf, you told Joyleaf to say what exactly, kind of?
To say that we are here in the name of good and righteousness. We have a priest of Maliki from us, or a priest of Maliki with us from us. What the fuck? It's that twat trying to push that guy off the bridge. That's what I said.
We're sending a messenger, oh great horny one.